Hi, this is Tech Greens Monitor, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just make sure that you indicate that it's a flame reading, a pendulum reading, or a tarot card reading. So let's get started with the card of the day from our The Universe Has Your Back deck. This is the message from Universe to us for today. So the card says, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So there's that light theme again. And we've been talking quite a bit about that light and how we can use that in our everyday life. So I think getting more and more into that light and using it would be very beneficial to everybody that's watching the show today. So very nice. I didn't show the artwork. So there you go. Very nice artwork. There you go. Okay, so let's get started with a couple questions from before. Pre-show questions, as I call them. Okay, let's have a look at Shiba Inu for the next little while. A lot of talk about the Shiba Inu. Lots of good questions coming up from Bob Job. Hello, Bob. And we got Taran on for today so far. So we're just waiting for more and more people to come in, and we'll do the remote viewing shortly. So let's have a look at Shiba Inu. And this will be for the next year or so, or the next couple months for Shiba Inu. It seems that the health of Shiba Inu is going to be going through a transitional period where I think a little bit of the things happening behind the scenes aren't quite kosher. Okay. I think they're trying to take it to a new place that may not be working. I think they're going to be changing that as we go along. Okay. And this is the health of the particular cryptocurrency at the moment. A little bit of tomfoolery behind the scenes, but I think they're going to be changing that as soon as they realize people don't like that. Okay. So whatever that is going on behind the scenes, I think they're going to be quickly changing that to the other way of doing things. They try to slip in things every so often. Okay. But overall, the health is pretty massive and very, very healthy as a particular cryptocurrency moving forward. The wealth of the particular cryptocurrency, it seems that going back to the health, for the next little while, I think they're going to be getting a little bit of backlash from something that they're going to be doing in the near future. And they're going to be completely changing that around. So that the price is going to be going down quite a little bit for the next little while. And after they do that correction, okay, it's going to start to go back up a little bit. I know everybody wants that 0.005 per coin. That won't be happening for some time yet to come. Even now they put in a whole bunch of new things with Shiba Inu. That won't be realized for at least another couple of years, that price point. But they're well on the path to that, which is good. Okay, so if you're a Shiba Inu fan, just hang on to it, and we're going to be doing some pretty good price in the near future. The people that are associated with this particular coin, there's going to be some new people coming in. There's going to be a lot of new wisdoms coming into the fray. And it's going to be bringing the cryptocurrency even further along than it is right now. So forward movement is always good in any particular cryptocurrency. No, there's no backsliding or anything except for this short little stint that somebody's going to be doing. Okay. And I think that wisdom from the some of the new people coming into the fray is going to go, and they're going to be bringing it back to center. Um, and I think that's going to be starting to bring more and more momentum into the Shiba Inu um, cryptocurrency platform going forward with many of the new ideas that are coming out. I think it's going to be one of those big worldwide coins that everybody's going to start to realize that it's one of the better cryptocurrencies uh, around of its type. Okay. Pretty much leaves Dogecoin in the dust for many of the things that it can do. Dogecoin is kind of pretty rickety and old and all that sort of thing. Hasn't really been worked on for quite a few years, but it'll get better in of itself as we go along. They just need more people working on the platform um, as it goes forward it in itself. So don't worry, Bob. Dogecoin will do great gains as well. So that was the Shiba Inu look for the next little while. Fairies and elves. So somebody was asking the question, when are the fairies and the elves coming back? That probably won't be for quite some time. There are legends of fairies and elves and all that sort of thing in our history and all that, and in stories. I don't think that's going to be a thing for quite some time. They still do exist, okay, but a lot of those people are going to be hidden, okay, waiting for them to come back in some meaningful way. Okay, so they will come back, but not for quite some time and make themselves revealed. They haven't really gone away. They're just hiding at the moment. I think that was Daisy Chains that asked that. Hello, Daisy Chains. And she goes, "This is my question. Yay!" So, yes, fairies and elves will come back into the limelight. They're still there, okay? But they're just hidden right now for obvious reasons, because it would disrupt many of the things that we think are true. Okay, so that's pretty much why they're hiding. And they don't want to be hunted down by particular people. Mm-hmm. So there you go. What else we got on the docket? What does the other side look like? And I think this was another Daisy Chain's question. Now, there's a great movie out there, Daisy Chains, that you gotta watch. As Caesar's destroying my set in the background here. There we go. Just a minute. Caesar wants to see what's behind the curtain. He's a curious kitty. Always a wonder to have him around doing things. Getting back to the movie I was thinking of. The movie is named, okay, Our Home. Okay, this is from another medium from a long time ago, Chico Xavier. Okay, maybe the wife will write it down in the chat here for us. If you watch his movies, especially Our Home, okay, you might have to watch it a couple times because it's not in English, but it does have subtitles. There's some pretty funny parts, but the representation that they have in that film is spot on of what the other side is like. Okay, so look that up for a primer of what the other side actually looks like. Now, everybody watching this, we can go there. Okay. If you know how to do astral projection, uh, um, or transport yourself through while you're in the sleeping state, go there. Okay. It's not that hard. Yeah, Our Home or Astral City by bleh, Chico Xavier. Okay, he was a famous medium from uh, South America. I think it's Brazil, where he's from. Life in the World Unseen. I read. Very good. Is that a Chico Xavier book? He did many books when he was alive. Okay. Um, he, if you watch his life story movie, I think it's just Chico Xavier, his life, um, that he would write two books at once. his guides were a little nasty with him. He goes, Chico goes, "How can I write all these books that you want me to write?" Well, you got two hands. So, and there's parts in the movie, not Our Home, but his life story, Chico Xavier, and he's actually writing. He got stacks of paper, and he's writing with both hands all the books that he needs to cover that the guides want him to write. So it's very interesting bunch of movies that you can find out there. Um, if you Google it, I'm pretty sure that you can find those books and his movies. So, using astral projection, you can actually go there if with intention, okay, and using some light to help protect you going through that journey. Think of a pristine city, okay, and in the very middle of that city is the great library, okay. I've been there. My wife's been there. I was scolded by the one of the librarians there. This is where the Akashic records are being kept, and many other books that you can have access to. I went there for the first time, and I was looking at a book, and I couldn't read it because it was in a language that I could not read, and the librarian comes up to me and goes, "You can look at it now because of your level of knowledge, but it'll be close to you once you get more and more knowledge." So they allowed me to look at one of the secret books that I wasn't supposed to touch, but my concept at that moment in time was lacking on understanding exactly what it was saying. I think if I went back there and looked at the same book, it'd probably be locked to me. You can't open the cover. So just think of a modern city. There's no religion there, not at all. On the other side, there's no religion. There's only God. Okay, so it doesn't matter what religion you are or philosophy that you follow. Okay, as long as one of the ones developed to the light, you can go there. Even if you're not part of the light, you can actually still go there. Um, and there's no heaven or hell. It's only what you bring with you. Okay. And in the movie, Our Home, the main character, he dies, goes to the other side, but he's still holding on these concepts of hell and that he was a bad person, and that's what you bring with you. Okay, when you actually pass away, you can go there now, astral projection, and that was his concept of his stay there. Okay, so when the main character goes there, he's face down in the mud. Okay, because that's what he brought with him. He thought he had to be punished, okay, for his transactions here on the earth plane. Um, And then he struggled at the beginning of the movie. At the beginning of the movie, he's struggling, and he actually asks for help, and that was the key. Okay, so these what they call medics, spiritual medics, actually came and grabbed him, pulled him out of the mud, and brought him to the main city and cleaned him up and um, put him through a whole ritual of getting him back in, of being part of the city. And there's a whole process of doing that. It's a very um, by the book kind of thing. If you want to do particular things, you have to meet certain criteria. It's like me trying to look at a book that I'm not allowed to. You have to meet certain criteria to actually look at the books. When you do go back, all knowledge starts to that you've lost in your Earth life will come back to you. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you know everything. Okay, but all that knowledge that you have gained from going there and coming back and get all that will come back to you. So you'll have realization. Okay, and there's really funny parts. They do have a train system, that sort of thing. It'd be your perception of a mass transit system. Okay. So in the movie, it's a train, like a monorail train that goes around the city. So very interesting. I suggest trying it. Maybe trying it with a skilled uh, person that can guide you through that uh, scenario of astral projecting yourself there. You have to remember in astral projection, you can go anywhere at any time within the blink of an eye. Okay, so you can actually go there using astral projection. Okay, through heavy meditation, you can actually go there through the other side as well. It's not locked to anybody. Um, the only thing that will appear to you is what you bring with you. So your concepts and all that will be brought with you. Okay. Anything else that we need to say about the other side? What do you think? No, I think that's pretty much covers it. I should greatly advise, try it out. You may be hooked. I'm going back. I got my tickets. We're going there. We're gonna look around and maybe bug the librarians a little bit, um, and then they'll just guide you to books that you can look at. They're very strict, the librarians. So that was a lot of fun, or is a lot of fun, actually. So let's move on to the next thing. Now, how many? We got 12 people here today so far. I'm hoping that you've done your homework. We got the remote viewing for today. So, sitting quietly, taking a deep breath, putting that protective white light around ourselves, relaxing, having a beverage of our choice. What are some of the things that you pick up about the target? Okay. So we'll start off with the color. What colors do you see for the target? Okay. Start with that and start describing all the little parts of the target. Okay. So what does Daisy Chain say? Don't want to put you on the spot, but and we got Super Little Guy and we got Bob Job here. Red. Okay. White and red. Okay, lots of red so far. We got white. Okay, could be. What shape is it? That'd be another thing to look into. um, we got Mark here talking about the possible war in Russia and Europe. We'll get to that little later on. Bob Job says it has a wedge type shape to it. Interesting. Okay. Any other shapes that we see? Circle. Okay. What smell does it have? Okay. Rectangle box, elevator, cold. Hmm. Metallic silver going down, spiraling down also, long shaft, and then rebounding up. Okay. Interesting. Uh, Smelly. It can be smelly if you don't like certain smells. If it smells of fear, if that makes sense. Okay. Interesting observation. Uh, what's the texture? Is it smooth? Is it rough? Is it cold to the touch? I think somebody already said it was a little cold to the touch. Um, what other attributes does it have to it? Man-made. Very good. Cold surface. Smooth. Okay. So, I think you're in the ballpark. Outside. Okay. It can be outside. Super Little Guy says, I also see waterproof. Okay. Storage. Okay. What else do we see? Or raindrop shedding. Outside temperature. Okay, from Bob Job. That could apply. What else we got? We got smooth. We got a little bit cold to the touch. Metallic. I think somebody said already. It doesn't smell good, I guess. Um, what else we got? And it's man-made. Okay. We got red color, white. What is it? Is it an old doomsday bunker or mountain? Maybe. Electric current. Okay. Interesting. Blow up sunbed. Well, that'd be an analytical overlay. So that would be in Bob Jobs' AOL on the bottom of the page.
So the Doomsday Bunker Mountain.
Yeah, Doomsday Bunker would be an analytical overlay. You have to remember we're describing the target, not labeling it. Open door. Maybe. First thing I got was back of switch circuit. Okay. So maybe you're picking up there's a type of mechanical element to it. That it may have an on and off switch. I think that's what you're going for. Okay. I see the clock close to midnight or 12. Okay. Cool. Cool, Bob. Okay. Oh, says Bob. So there's a running down, there's a reddish color, a white color. It's smelly, it's smooth. Okay. Cylindrical, I think somebody already said. Or wedge shape. That would apply to this. And says mechanical room pipes. That's all he has, says Super Little Guy. Okay. Okay. Money. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, you may be able to make money with it. Yes. In a way. Okay. What else we got? What's another description? What's the size of this device or thing? Is it small? Is it big? Is it bigger than a bread box? That sort of thing. Brad Hall. Hey, how you doing, Brad? Straight lines, angles, man-made, no smell or taste, an object. Okay. Oh, Bob Jobs on the ball.
Brad.
Brad. Sorry. What else we got?
Small and large.
Small and large. Okay. So you're saying that it can expand. Sorry, Brad. I get caught up in the moment here. So, it seems that everything just stops. Okay. Brad goes, I've been called the worst. Me too. I won't repeat some of the things people have called me. So, not on YouTube. What else we got? Super Little Guy says, I also saw an old phone booth, one that holds two people, like from the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Okay. Yeah, I think we still have a couple of those here in the city. Very old. Ooh. Part of a production line. Could be, in a sense. A funnel. It could have a funnel shape to it, yes. What else you got? Can be used in the process of a production line. And it can make money, in a sense. Stone alleyway. Okay. Yeah, in a sense, it can make that in a way. What else you got? I'm trying to think of the object. It's big. It can be, so it expands. It's reddish in color, white. It doesn't really have a smell unless you get really close to it, and then it can be kind of smelly. It's cylindrical, wedge shaped. Can can be used to make money. What else we got? Could be found in a phone booth. What else we got? I think we're petering out.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you think? Should we reveal the target? Say yes if you're petered out for Sunday morning. You didn't have enough coffee yet. Or tea or whatever your favorite beverage is. Drawing the blank now. Mm-hmm. Bob Job says pyramid and advanced electric display. Okay. Let's reveal a vending machine. Okay.
Reply.
It's a pen. So it's orange. It's cold to the touch. It's kind of has that wedge shape that I think it was Bob that was talking. Kind of a funnel shape at the end. Okay, at the very end. So, little wedge.
Rectangular box, elevator, cold, metallic silver, going down, spiraling down. Inside there will be a spring, right?
Yeah. So
you shaft, then rebounding up. Slow, quicker pen.
Yep. So Super Little Guy was on the right track. It does have that spring inside. It's cylindrical. It just maybe the actual size of it was throwing him off a little bit. A pen.
Did you say what's on the pen?
Oh, it's from our friends WinnipegBTC.com. In the phone number if you want to phone them here in Winnipeg. So that's one of the pens they give you, and they give you a little notepad as well with the pen, and it gets bigger and it gets smaller, but maybe not the amount that you thought. But
the vending machine could be their BTC or their BTM machine.
That's right. The WinnipegBTC.com company here in Winnipeg actually has little vending machines where you can get your Bitcoin from one of the wonderful machines that they have around the city. And I think they have some in Panama and other parts of the world. Communication. Yeah. And you can make money with it. Okay. You can write a check. Or if you're on the production line and you're working hard, the boss will sign off your pay, give you your pay with it, that sort of thing. Super Little Guy says, oh, good Lord, I hope I didn't describe the backstory of creators. The bunker. Could be found in a bunker. This is why it's more important to describe the target than to label it, because once you start labeling it, it starts to go all over the place. So when everybody said red, it's kind of a reddish orange, that sort of thing. Okay. Now I see where all the different objects explained in the pen. Okay. Everybody did very well today. We just have to be careful not to label it. It's a bunker. Oh, not quite. It can be found in a bunker. But very good job, everybody. And production. we're going back to the business aspect of what's written on the pen
Or how it was made.
or how it was made.
Because they made a bunch of them.
Yeah, stamp them out on the production line. That could be what you were picking up. The company that made the pen had red and white. First thing that came to mind, Canadian flag. Could be a Canadian company. Okay, so you did super duper, everybody. And that's the kind of lesson of not labeling something, but you did very good. Okay. Yeah, Super Little Guy says, I tend to see the environment or anything connected to the object. And I think that's what you were doing. Okay. The pyramid was the pen end. Okay. Nice job, everybody. Now, are you ready for your next assignments for next Sunday? There you go. We got 091RYX is the new target number for next Sunday. Okay, so if you want to actually do the homework, okay, you can write that on top of a clean piece of paper and start to do the work. Going through all the things to describe the target. Okay. So that'll be next Sunday. So we'll have some more fun on the Sunday. You guys are doing really good. You've come a long way on remote viewing, and you're starting to find out it's not as hard as people make it out to be. You talk to some teachers that go, oh, you got to do this and that, and blah, 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 and they give you all this stuff, and they charge you an arm and a leg to get the information that I'm giving out for free. It's not as hard as people make out to be. Okay. The main thing is to relax. Don't have any preconceived notions of what you're going to be doing. And and just going with the flow. Don't overanalyze anything. Just write it out, spit it out. Boop, 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 boop. Takes a few minutes. Draw some pictures. That's your thing. If you're good at that, even if you're not good at that, draw any shapes and objects that you see and go along with that. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Okay. And make sure that when you go into a remote viewing session that you're relaxed. You protect yourself with white light around you, like an ellipsoid of white light, to protect you when you're doing your work. Okay. I shouldn't call it work. When you're having your fun with the remote viewing, always try to protect yourself as best as you can with that white light. Okay. So let's move on. So lots of questions. What do we got? There we go. So Turan, he always has a chat in place before we go on. So it's Unmarshal coin for 2024-25. Thanks. No problem. And we're getting more into the spiritual questions, which is a good thing. I was hoping that this year we would have a bit more variety in our questions instead of just crypto, which is fine. It's a very important part of life, but there's other parts of life that we should cover, and we can do more than just crypto. Cryptos are very important. Don't get me wrong. But there's other things going on that we probably should look at as well. And it could be personal, could be worldwide. And in the last show, we actually covered on how to start to make changes around the world with the white light. Okay. And I gave you a little bit of a precursor on how to do that. And I think people go, oh, it's so hard. It's not hard. White light can be produced like that. Okay, just think white light ball. Boop, there you go. There's a problem over there. I'm gonna give it white light. Don't give any other emotion to it. Just the highest and the best for that particular situation. And you'll notice as we move along that things start to change in their own way by the universe, right? It's interesting to watch. Okay, so let's have a look at this Unmarshal coin for the next year or so. So Unmarshal, I think there's first card we get on the health of this particular cryptocurrency. Is there some nefarious things going on behind the scenes? We got our little buddy here stealing all the swords. So I'm not sure what this particular cryptocurrency is all about. I'm thinking that it could be a bit weighted for the people that developed it to be making more money than they should. I'm thinking that the health of this particular cryptocurrency is kind of in that genre. Okay. I'm not quite sure what it actually does, but I think it's more of a short term hold. I don't think it's going to have a big lasting, it wouldn't be a long term hold. Okay. You can actually make some money in the short term with this one. I don't think it's going to be a long term particular cryptocurrency, especially in 2024, 2025. I think it's going to have its run and then kind of disappear from the cryptocurrency world, as it were. People are very, they'll be interested in something and then something else comes along and they'll go over there very quickly. They're looking for the quick buck. You have to remember cryptocurrencies aren't a quick get rich quick scheme. It's a long term thing. Okay. There are some cases where you can make some money nice and quick, but that's not what cryptocurrencies are all about. It's about changing ourselves, having a better system in place for ourselves. And it has that side benefit of you can actually become very wealthy if you do it right. Okay. And that's basically what I'm picking up with this cryptocurrency. It's more of a quick, people thinking of it as a get rich quick scheme. I'm not quite sure of all that it does. The financial part, it's going to have a nice pump up for a short period of time if it's fairly new, and then kind of die off after that. So just if you're a trader, I wouldn't recommend this coin. If you're just a general holder of crypto, be more of a trader coin who can ride that up and sell, and it'll drop down, as normally happens in many cryptocurrencies that come out. The people that are part of this particular cryptocurrency, they're being something about being very, very careful about something to gain as much as they can with it. Okay. But it's like I said in the past, it's going to be very short term. Okay. And then it's gone and everybody moves on to something else. And that's basically what I'm picking up with this one. Okay. So there you go. Bob Job. Hi. Penny Kelly said recently, I like her. May 13th could be a very bad news financial date. What do the cards say? And she's pretty spot on. And I do agree with her on many of the things. But the point is not to focus too much on that. We have, okay, gotten our cryptocurrencies, right? When we got them on the Trezor wallet, right? So we can weather anything that happens in the traditional system. It will hurt, don't get me wrong, when it does happen. And it's probably around that May, June time when the old system, I think she's talking about the old system, um, where things are not good. Exactly. But once you surround it with white light and you prepare yourself with cryptocurrencies, gold and silver is a good idea as well. As we're going through this transition of the elites doing their thing, I don't want to get too wrapped up in that conversation. The elites will do what they want to do. Okay. The point is stop giving them all your power and all of your fear based on the things that they say. The whole idea is to get away from that situation with cryptocurrency, gold and silver, on your Trezor wallet or your Ledger Nano, protecting them from the grubby hands of the government. Okay. That we can survive and thrive in the new era where we do not need government. Okay. That's a scary idea for many people out there. Not allowing government to do everything for us, which you shouldn't have been doing in the first place. But preparing yourself and having other means, okay, preparing yourself for the thing that's going to be happening on May 13th. A lot of the things that she's been picking up, I just threw that on the cards, are correct. It's and it's based on what people are saying. The elites, fear mongering, and it's going to be making the regular folks out there that you know and love that are out there that you're hopefully giving some white light to, because you're going to need a lot of it going through the new process that we're going through at the moment, not just economically, but just people wise. You're going to be going through some situations coming up. Okay. And they're going to have all their beliefs ripped from them. And now they're going to have to readjust themselves. And that readjustment of everything that's happening, not just in the financial sense, but everything else, will have to be rewritten in their minds. So we're going to have to be mindful of these people and not be angry with them all the time, and give them some white light so they can cope through this particular situation. Okay. And of course, a lot of what she's saying is based on smoke and mirrors. The politicians, the banks, and all this are saying, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid, blah, 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 blah. And that just feeds into the thing that they're trying to bring out, right? And this is where we bring our white light and circle ourselves and let universe with the white light and the best intentions possible for that particular situation to smooth it out so it's not so bad for, as they say. You have to remember the only way they can control us is through fear, okay, of what they can do to us and what they're saying that they're going to do to us. And that's basically what Petty Kelly was talking about. Financially, yeah, it's to do with the financial market, that we're going to have that switch starting in the spring and summer months, where the old financial system is going to be switching to the new one, which is based on commodities, so gold, silver, wheat, cryptos. All the banks are rushing to save themselves, to have a actual hard currency to back up all the money that they printed not that long ago. So that's why this is all happening at the moment in time. And then it's going to come down, and everybody's okay. And then we use that white light, and of course you got your own cryptocurrencies on your own wallet, and you're going to be riding that out, no problem. And the people that are involved in this particular situation, a lot of people are going to be the majority of people are going to be fearful. And as we always say, when everybody's afraid, be greedy. There's always opportunity in chaos. So when everybody's screaming and selling and blah, 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 this is when you get greedy and you start to, if you have the means, picking up the things that they're selling for cheap. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of that in the summertime. And this is when we're going to see a lot of those parallel economies start to happen. Okay. So that's a very good question, Bob. Let's move on. Okay. My daughter's car has some expensive clutch problems. Should she keep and do coast their longevity or give up on this car? It's when my grandpa tunes in. I can actually smell him. Any mechanical or that sort of thing. That's my grandfather. I smell grease. Claire Gustins, that's what that is. He's saying that you can do a little patch job on that and keep it running for a short period of time until the new vehicle comes around. It doesn't have to be super duper vehicle, but something that will tide you over until something better comes along. That's basically what he's saying. He's looking over the car. Clutches can be very expensive, he says, and I say. So let's just have a look. Interestingly, we got the Two of Swords. It can go one way or another, but I'm picking up that it's probably best to put a little patch on it so it's usable, and then look into getting another vehicle to get you through. It doesn't have to be a brand new car. It can be something used or something like that. And that's basically what I'm picking up is you kind of patch it up, make it work, maybe find a mechanic who can just jury rig something like my wife's old car when we first met. And it'll run for a short period of time until you get to that position where you can get that new one. Okay. Hopefully that answers that question. Can the cards tell us when Tether will go up to 1.5 US dollars to one Tether? Isn't? Oh, you're looking for 1.5 times the amount. This talk has been around for quite some time. That is a possibility. You have to remember each tether is tied to, hence the name Tether, to $1 US. The reason that it would go to 1.5 would be because of the currency dropping, and that Tether would have more value than the actual US dollar to be 1.5, right? And banks hate stable coins because it does a better job than what they can do, right? So they're attacking all the stable coins at the moment. I'm picking at May, June, probably going back to your other question there. when the market drops, that's probably going to be the time when it starts to do its thing, Tether, of 1.5 US dollars because of this change around. And now banks are going to be looking for things to base actual money on. And after the Saudi Arabians went, we don't want to use American dollars anymore. Starting today, they announced that in Davos a couple of days ago. I bet you the American elites are going, oh crap. But they should have seen that coming when the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia high five Putin. And that told me everything right in that moment, what was going to be coming down the pike. So it's going to be in that May, June, July period of time when we're going to start to see that. Not that Tether is amazing. Okay. It's just because the US dollar is coming down sharply in its use. And it's usually about 5 to 6 months after the fact. Like Saudi Arabia made the announcement a couple days ago. It's not till 5, 6 months after the fact that we figure this out in a big way. Okay. It's always offset about 5 to 6 months when everything starts to happen. And many of the secrets that were being held back about fiat currency, the American dollar, are going to be revealed. This is the moment, this is the year and time of revealing all the evil. And this is why all the people around the world that aren't so knowing like we are watching this program today are going to have a really hard time reconstructing their minds to everything that's going on. Everything that they believed is not so. And this is why they're going to have a hard time. I still talk to people today. Oh, the US dollar will never fall. It's the greatest and best and blah, 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 blah. I go, okay, just wait. And then when it does happen, then hopefully I can help them through that in my own little way so they can make it a little bit easier for them. Okay. You have to remember, not everybody's in the cryptocurrencies, and they're basically buck naked to what's going to be happening. So hopefully you're not buck naked in this time. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Ooh. One more. These are James. What year will I sell my house? 2026 was the first thing that came to mind. There's some legal thing, or not legal, but administrative things that may be coming up that may be hindering you selling everything in the market. Automatic writing. That's another thing that we should cover. Just looking at my chat, Daisy Chains was talking about automatic writing. Anyways, and I don't think it's going to be till 2026-ish because of everything going on around the planet. And it may not be the best market as yet, okay? I don't think people are going to be selling or buying houses at the moment because of other things going on at the moment. Okay, so I'm picking up about 2025, 2026, around that period of time. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Any 3-card thing, I guess. And we'll close out the show.
Okay.
I guess I was rambling a little too much. That's okay.
Well, I have to go through the chat.
Oh, okay. I'll have a sip of coffee.
Angie has one. Angie.
Angie? I think I have one for her right now. Oh. Hi, Andre. Do you see a romantic reconciliation with Nil and I? I just got my guys go from the other person's perspective. Oh, I'm sorry. Came to so that's basically what you're looking for. They did something naughty and you're on the outs a little bit. And I think they're going to be saying, oh, I'm sorry, and moving on. Will it be lasting? So it just gives me an indicator that they're going to try to come back into the situation that you had previously. It's going to be coming at its own pace. I think they're going to be coming back and they're going to be apologizing for many of the things that had transpired within that particular situation. And when it does happen, you're going to be coming on a new footing. And yes, they were going to change their perspective of the relationship in the next little while. I'm picking about 2-3 months time. Okay, so I'm sorry, which is I got will be very, very soon. Okay, and then you can move on from there. And it's going to be a big yes. And there's maybe some financial things that maybe needed to be worked out between the two of you in a big way. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out, Angie. And I guess that's our show for today. I guess we had some questions. We could do those on Tuesday's show. Just a reminder that we do shows here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central and Saturdays and Sundays at 10 o'clock a.m. Central. So make sure you get ready for the homework on the Sunday. And they've got the horoscopes on Saturday and 2 kind of regular shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, so if you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to sacredreadingsbyandre.com, where all that information is there. If you like a personal healing by a healing expert like my wife, make sure you go to sacredreadingsbyandre.com, where she has if you bring down the drop menu there, and it's a thing that you can hit. What's it called? Healing
with Yvonne.
Healing with Yvonne. And you can hit that, and all that information is there as well. And it's the payment system is the same as my own. It's ours. So I don't get all the money. She really gets all the money anyways. So don't worry about that. Okay. So there's that as well. That's a new feature. If you like a treasure to protect your cryptocurrencies through our craziness that we're going through right now, to protect yourself and not be buck naked in the hell that will be coming about, which you can hit with white light and change it for yourself in a good way. There's an affiliate link for the treasure affiliate link. If you should happen to purchase any of our affiliate stuff, we get paid a little bit of money through that. Well, the wife gets the money and I get to enjoy the things that she buys with the money. So it's just a little thing to remind you for that. We'll be back here on Tuesday, so make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you on Tuesday and into the future. Have a good day. Bye-bye.